Kenya's development agenda is anchored on the Kenya Vision 2030, which aims at creating a globally competitive and prosperous country with a high quality of life by 2030. It aims to transform Kenya into a newly industrialized, middle-upper income country, providing a high quality of life to all its citizens with a clean and secure environment. Successful implementation of the flagship projects highlighted in the vision will greatly depend on supply of adequate, reliable, clean and affordable energy. Therefore, the demand for electricity will increase since it is a prime mover of the commercial sector of the economy. Kenya's Rift Valley region is especially rich in geothermal resources, and the government has placed special emphasis on tapping this natural and environmentally friendly resource through the establishment of the Geothermal Development Company. Menengai Geothermal project is an integral part of Kenya's Vision 2030, under which the government has set for itself the goal of becoming energy self-sufficient to drive the increasing needs of the fast-growing economy.
The Menengai Geothermal project today stands proudly as an epitome of financial state commitment towards our future reliable, affordable and green energy. The project, we know, will have a catalytic replication effect that will come from the capacity building and a knowledge creation that will be shared in Kenya and in other countries in sub-Saharan Africa.
Geothermal energy is a heat contained within the earth and is recovered through drilling to tap steam and hot water that is used in turning turbines to generate electricity.
That geothermal is the answer to our energy and also economic needs. Our mandate is to develop 5,000 megawatts by the year 2030, and this is in line with our Vision 2030. The Menengai project, which the African Development Bank is financing, is at the core of the energy strategy of this country.
In December 2011, the African Development Bank approved the financing of the Menengai Geothermal Development Project, which consists of an ADF loan of $124.5 million and a grant totaling $25 million from the Scaling Up Renewable Energy Program under the Climate Investment Fund, for which African Development Bank Group is an implementing agency.
And this, I think, is another unique element of this project. The fact that it has, again, a very diverse funding source, loan, grant from the bank and other sources, makes it uniquely structured, financially structured, and I think places it to be to ensure the success going forward.
Something of importance to note is that the Kenya government first had the commitment of supporting GDC to get the first 2 rigs, and with these 2 rigs we have proven that Menengai has a viable resource that can turn our energy situation around and can have a huge impact on our economy.
The project will enable a substantial increase in the provision of additional, reliable, clean and affordable power generation capacity to Kenyan households, businesses and industries, with an increase equivalent to 26% of the current total installed generation capacity in the country.
This project, this one single project, will improve the installed capacity of Kenya by 20%. I think this, again, uniquely positions this project to be a flagship project in the area of energy development.
The steam field development will produce electricity generation equivalent to the consumption needs of up to nearly 500,000 households, of which 70,000 are in rural areas and 300,000 are small businesses, as well as provide 1,000 gigawatts of energy to businesses and industries.
Menengai has a potential for 1,600 megawatts, that is conservative, and that is on the basis of the old technology. But we know that the technology has been improving, and we believe that the potential is much higher than that. The first one that the bank is financing is 400 megawatts, which we intend to have all the plants commissioned for the 400 megawatts by 2016. These plants will be put up by the IPP, but in between, we will be doing the modular power plants. This will avoid the high electricity cost, which come as a result of reliance on emergency power.
This positions Kenya to become a leader in geothermal energy development in the East Africa region. And there are several other countries who have similar resource base but have not fully exhausted that potential. So I think Kenya is well ahead of the curve on this and will be a front runner in the years to come.
When completed, Menengai Geothermal Energy project will increase access to affordable and quality energy services with less deforestation and reduced indoor air pollution associated with the use of unclean energy forms.
Electricity from the geothermal resource within Menengai will be of significant value to the Nakuru residents. The business community is very enthusiastic about this. They know that we will not have blackouts in Nakuru anymore, and therefore it will be very good for business. GDC has actually promised to direct the steam from the crater into the town so that the community, the industrial community, can be able to access it to subsidize their energy requirements.
This project is going to diversify opportunities for human development, expanding options and choices for livelihoods, activities, job creation, and wealth generation.
The community anticipates very many benefits. Already we know that the schools around the crater are going to benefit. They've been engaged in many activities, especially during the environment days, World Environment Days. The clinics and health centers around Menengai are going to be stocked with medicine, and more of those centers are going to come up. GDC has actually held several forums to engage with us and the community at large on the direct use of geothermal resources, and this in the very near future is going to happen. One is that we are going to be able to use the geothermal resources to do greenhouse farming. We are also going to use the geothermal steam to dry grains and cereals. As you know, Nakuru is the agricultural capital of the country. We are going to also attract more tourists in terms of having spas and saunas, and also some investors who may be interested in putting up like an Olympic-sized stadium, swimming pool. That will be really ideal because then we have hot water that will make it very, very unique in the country.
The Menengai Geothermal project is expected to provide great impetus to the development of Nakuru town and its environs, and immediate benefits are seen through services the community is receiving from the project.
In the present time, the GDC has changed the surrounding. Now we have seen our road network. Actually, it has developed. Before the GDC came, the road was too, it was too pumpy. There were so many potholes around. But actually, the road this time is quite smooth for us. And we wish that they continue the same. We hope that even they are going to tarmac the road as they had promised.
We have been able to engage youths in gainful employment. And we started our contract this year, as the Nakuru North District Circle was also formed on February of this year. And so on April, And that's when we started dealing with the company directly, and we got our first contract that was to go for 3 months. The first contract, actually, we were able to benefit with the Cashew River of more than 120 youths in various departments, because we had around 64 in the infrastructure, and the rest came from the other department like drilling operations. We also had environment and direct use and supply chain. So the first contract came to an end on 30th of June. And so we again contracted another contract with the company, and on 1st of July we started a new contract that we have been engaged, that is that will be heading up to December this year. And so we have been actually engaging these young people in this gainful employment, and there is a lot that has changed, because many of these young people used to be idle because they didn't have anything to do. But after the company have engaged the young people through the Cashew River, they're able to be engaged for 3 months, and then after 3 months we renew the contract such that you can be able to give opportunity to other youths within the community.
It will also promote clean energy technologies as a way of adapting to and also mitigating the negative effects of climate change at local levels.